good morning, all. Good morning. Yes, that's my voice. That is my voice because I have to speak on stage today for like 6 hours. So my voice is like, you know what? We're going to just test your vocal cords again today. So good morning, everybody. Good morning to you. I know, Heather, exactly. I was telling Jackie and Sherry on the prayer call, I was praying for my voice. So any little prayers for my voice, I will take it today. I woke up this morning. I'm down in the Gulf Shores of Alabama, down here in Bama town. Never been to Alabama. Let me just tell you all, if you're looking for a vacation spot, this place is nice. I'm just going to show you a quick little. I wasn't going to do this, but you know what? Cullen's on here, and I know the poor guy's in snow, so it's not right for me not to show him this. And for all those in the Northeast, they're doing some construction, but this place, though, I have to say, I got a little sunrise this morning, and it's not very often that I'm very thankful that I get to look at the ocean. Shout out to Amanda and how do I do this? Amanda and Katie for having me out here. A nice little place they got here for me. So thank you, Amanda. Thank Katie, and for those that I had dinner with last night. What a great dinner we had. That was nice. And they're getting ready for St. Patty's Day, Colin. They're getting ready for St. Patty's Day down here already. Those go-getters, they're so proactive today. Kind of like our topic today, it's not too late. See, it's not too late. They're ahead of the game over here though in St. Patty's Day. So the topic today is not too late. And put good morning in the chat. Put good morning in the chat. Oh, I can get really close because I'm on my cell phone today. So what up, Hunter? D. What up? What's going on? Bethany. Bethany's always here. It'll be Bethany. Bethany, we need to talk. Good morning, Sherry. William. What up, brother? Good morning to you, man.
Hey,
Amanda, Belinda, Antoinette, Chad Free. Chad Free. Man, what a great message Chad Free had yesterday. Put a 5 in the chat. If you freaking got something from Chad Free's message yesterday, put a 5 in the chat. 'Cause, man, I told him, I said, the message that I heard from him yesterday, I said, your dad allowed you to fall, but it didn't allow you to fail when you were going down that hill. And how many times in life all that it's okay to fall, but you got to dust yourself up, pick yourself up and keep on going. And so great message yesterday, bro. That was a good one. Good morning, Harry, James, Kimberly. Good morning, Kimberly. Kimberly's daughter is my neighbor all. So I got to see Kimberly the other day. What's up, Michelle and Mildred and Rach? Tim's back. What up, Tim? What up, Paul? Good morning, Marie, Latrice, David. I don't know. I'm scrolling. I'm on my phone now. I can't see everybody on here, but good morning, Fran. So good morning to you all. So today's message, I get like how my messages come. First, I get in trouble from Fran if I don't text Fran by like 4:45, 4:50 in the morning Eastern time, she's like, "Where are you? What are you doing? What do you got going on?" And I was like, "Fran, I'm in Central Time right now, Fran. I'm in Central Time." And so for those of you who are looking for me, I was an hour late this morning. I actually was going to get up at 2:57 because that's how my East Coast time would be, but with my throat affecting me first thing this morning, I said, you know what, I'm gonna sleep in an extra hour. So I did get an extra hour of sleep. I don't know if it did anything to my throat, but we'll find out. So uh-oh, Amanda's on here. I wasn't gonna tell them that my throat and I wasn't feeling the best because I didn't want to add more stress to them today because it's their day. So I was just texting them like, it's gonna be a great day today. Don't worry about my throat. I got to run to the store to get medicine though, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. So I'm just very blessed and thankful. So let's dive into our affirmation this morning, all because I don't know about you all, but when I'm blessed and fortunate to speak on stages and to do these type of shows and these podcasts, I know God is working through me. And for all of you that are on here, God is working through you as well in some capacity, in some way, in the conversations you will have today with whoever it might be. It could be a stranger for all you know. And so I really want you to feel that when you say it this morning. So come off of mute, come off of mute. I want to hear, I don't even know how many people are on here. I want to hear 43 beautiful voices this morning. I want to be able to hear you all this morning, even your note takers, I want to hear this morning. So here we go. Everybody in the count of three, on the count of three. 1, 2, and 3. Something
Something
good.
good is going to happen to me today. Something good is going to happen to me today.
Man, I don't know what was going on this morning, but it sounded real good. It sounded real good this morning, and I love it. I love it, Cullen. I know Cullen was excited by it too. He gets all fired up when he hears everybody's voices on here. So, how this one started was I've been hearing a lot of noises of, we're end of the month of February. I mean, guys, I hate to say this to y'all, but any deal you're going to start to get in the beginning of March, it's already going into your second quarter. Your first quarter is already kind of gone. Um, you know, I hear a lot of things like it's hard. I got a lot of people bitching and complaining because they don't want to do their schedule for me every single day. And they say that, they give me some screenshot of like their Google Docs or their Google Calendar. I'm like, that's not going to cut it because that's just what average people do. And put a 5 in the chat if you want to be above average. It's not ego. It's just confident. Put a 5 in the chat if you want to be above average. You're tired of playing the small game. I just want to know kind of who we have in the room here of who wants to be above average, because I don't know about you all, but I get pissed if I even get like a little bit close to that average like thing. It's like sleeping in an extra hour today kind of irked me a little bit. So I did an extra 6 minutes on the incline treadmill this morning because I get pissed. I don't care about whatever's going on. Like I can continue to be better, right? We all agree on that. So we got a lot of people who said 5, so that's good. But I've been hearing people like it's hard. This is taking place and everything else, and so I want you to understand that it's not too late to change your mindset today. It's not too late to change your first quarter. It's not like your whole 2026 is not out the door. Like it's not too late to change that. If you've been struggling with your weight, you've been struggling financially, you've been struggling with your discipline, it is not too late. And I can prove it to you this very, very moment. Okay. This very moment that I could prove it to you because I seen God do some really amazing things. And it started because it was Lent. I want to give you a little bit of a story to be able to share this with you all. So, as we get into the Lenten season and we got Easter coming around the corner, there was a really good story that I heard that for anybody's listening ears who needs to hear this today to understand that this message is for you, because it literally was for me as well when I first heard that, because I always felt I was behind the 8 ball. When you're F up the majority of your life and you just drink and party and do things until you're 38 years old, and then you have to spend the next 2 years of your life trying to get yourself back together again at 40 years old, starting over. There's many times I said it's too, like, I'm way behind. I don't have a freaking credit score. I don't have like a family. I had no money. Like I felt so behind in my life. And then I heard this story. And the story is about the good old 2 thieves and Jesus on that cross. And so I want you to visualize that, where the one thief is up there and he's kind of like looking over at God, and he says a couple things to him. And, we all know the story and they all die. Well, one of the thieves, as we know, is up in heaven. And one of the angels comes up to the thief and says, "Hey, you, get over here. How did you get in here? Like, I just took a look at your resume, your rap sheet, and it looks like you freaking were a disaster. Like, you like shit the bed. Like, you didn't do anything you were supposed to do. You didn't talk to God. I mean, do you even know who he is?" Well, I mean, not really. Did you study the Bible? Did you do like the 10 Commandments? Like, I do you know how you got in here? Not really. I really don't know how I got here. He's like, what do you, I can't even deal with you. Peter, Peter, get over here. Peter, I'm bringing somebody else in. I got to go to the higher ups. I'm bringing in Peter. Peter, this guy is here in heaven. And take a look at this, Peter. I mean, how did he get in here? And Peter looks at the rap sheet, looks at everything. He's like, brother, how did you pull this off, man? How did you get in here? Like, you didn't do anything your entire life. Your entire life, you're dying and you didn't do a single thing. And the thief looks at him and says, well, all I can tell you, it was the guy in the middle that saved me. It was the guy in the middle that let me in here. That's all I know. And at the very last second of the thief's life, that's when he got into heaven. That's when it turned around, and that's when he was able to celebrate eternal life. It's because the guy in the middle. And I say this to you all because many times we think we're past our expiration date. Like we pull out the milk container, like, damn, I can't drink that. Now I'm just going to tell you, I am one of those guys that I just take a swig and be like, well, it's only a couple of days. Maybe I can get an extra glass in of milk. I've had those moments, D, where I'm like, nope, that's not tasting very good. So we're not going to give that. But it's not too late for you all. Because if you lean in spiritually, you lean into yourself, we all have opportunities, no matter how hard it is right now. I was dealing with the guys that I coach with the insurance team, and I'm seeing a lot of energy on that text group. And we know it's hard. Real estate's challenging. Lending's hard. Interest rates aren't still where they are. Affordability is getting there, but it's still challenging. And we all want to be above average, right? We all said we wanted to be above average. That's why I asked you all to put fives. And somebody said to me, you know what, Rock, you don't get it. I got this going on in my life. I got this hard going on. I got this. And I said, you know what? Here's my thing about hard. It's always going to be hard. And here's the thing, life is not going to get easier. You have to become stronger. You have to become harder. You're the one. I was talking to somebody else today and I was saying to them, Jared, I was like, you know what? Here's the thing. Stop freaking looking out the window and start looking in the mirror. It all starts with a decision that you make every single day of doing your hard. Coach Sala he was a New York Jets coach, and I loved his thing. He said, every morning I just say, do your hard, brother, do your hard. And that's what I pride myself on, is doing my hard. Are you doing your hard on a daily basis? Because it's not too late to change whatever it is. I don't care how much debt you're in. I had $153,000 of debt with the IRS with the freaking police officer coming to my door, and I'm still free. I'm still out and about, all. I had credit card debt beyond belief, and now I get credit card offers all the time. So what I want you to do is I'm going to give you guys a couple questions, and I want you to lean into this, because just like my throat, just like my sickness, just like my credit card debt, just like the IRS, just like the lack of business, I want us to write this down. I want us to stop focusing on lack, stop focusing on problems, focus on solutions, Kat. David, I want you to really lean into this. I want you to focus on the solutions. Like this morning, when I woke up, my throat was not doing where it needed to be. I was a little pissed. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like, seriously, I'm gonna get sick today. Like, this is the day I'm gonna get sick. And how many times, Belinda, can we go into a day where we suddenly start thinking about lack? We start thinking all about our problems. We think about all our hard, and we're just like, you know what? Maybe I'm not gonna be able to do it today. Maybe I'm not, I mean, I'm nauseous. My throat hurts. I'm just not feeling it. I didn't get a good night's sleep. maybe I'm getting a head cold. I don't know. I was just at the freaking airport. That's it. I know what it was. It was the guy that was next to me. He was sneezing. He was coughing. That's where I got it. Like you can have like this whole freaking like derailment of we focus all our energy and our time into something that we cannot control. And we go into this moment. And immediately I did. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I was like, seriously, my throat. But then I went into solution mode. All right, I got a car. I probably can go to a drugstore. I can get some honey. I can get some tea. I can get some ibuprofen. I can get some medicine that I need to. All right, I have a GPS. I have internet. I can be able to figure out what that location is. I don't have to be there till 11:30. Okay, I can get that taken care of. I start putting a plan into place. I start to figure out how I can do it. So I'm going to give you 5 questions all that when you get yourself in a conundrum, when you get yourself in a situation, when you get yourself in a lack mode, that you have a plan. You know, Mike Tyson says, Mike Tyson, everybody's got a plan until you get hit in the mouth. Then you're like, oh shit, that really hurt. I don't know about this. Like, this is maybe time out. Hey, Mike, I think I'm going to sit this one out. I know like everybody's here, but I'm just going to go back in the corner, right? Imagine that. No. So I always share with people, what is your plan when things hit you in the mouth, when life comes at you? What is your plan? Do I hide underneath the covers? Do I go into victimhood? Do I cry? Do I go, woe is me? Or do I have a plan? And so I'm going to share with you 5 questions that I'd like you guys to write down when you're doing this that I think could help you out when you get hit in the mouth. Because nobody, let's just be honest with you, nobody cares. Like Amanda's gonna feel. Imagine if I said like, "Hey, Amanda, Kate, like I'm not gonna be able to speak today, and I can't be an MC today and run the show. Like I'm really sorry. I'm just gonna lay by the pool here and look at the ocean." Like she'd be like, she'll feel sorry because they're nice people. They're gonna be like, "Oh, it's so sad. I can't believe you. I hope you feel better." But that's not the answer. What are you going to do? And so, whatever it is in your life, whatever challenge you have, I want you to write these questions down. Okay, the first one is, how can I get better? How can I get better? So immediately, instead of going to victimhood, I said, how can I get better? How can I get my throat? How can I get myself in a better position? What do I need to do? I don't want to go to the gym, but I know like if I just got my body moving, I would get myself better. Yes or yes on that, right? How many of you is just like you feel miserable, then you start, your mom or dad used to like just walk around, like walk it off. That's really what it. I mean, it is really good. You get your lungs moving, right? On that, okay. Number two is what do I need to learn? What do I need to learn from this event? What do I need to learn? Like, is it like maybe I should wear a mask when I know that I'm going to speak? Are there some situations that I can get myself in a better position that will help me? What do I need to learn in order to overcome what it is my hard? Because we know it's hard, but what do I need to learn from that? Number 3, what's working for me? What is working for me? Okay, in this case here, I shared on the prayer call, like I've already had this happen to me with my throat. So like honey, tea, like those things work for me. What works for you, Jackie? What's working for you, Jared? What's working for you, Sherry? What do you have that's working for you, Amanda? Carolina, what is working for you on things like, you know what, I'm really good in the morning. I freaking crush it in the morning. I get to the gym, I do my devotions, I get on the phone, I'm really good at social media. Like stack them. Okay, we call it value stacking. Stack what you're good at. And then I want you to focus on this, David, and I want you to look at what's not working for me, Chad. What is not working for me? Okay, nighttime, not the best time for me to kind of like ask me some challenging questions, ask me some brainstorm, masterminding. Like at 9 o'clock at night, like Wendy will ask me some funny things. I'd be like, seriously, hon, like 9 o'clock at night is not when I want to start figuring out like what is our summer vacation. Like now is not a very good time for me. Like I'll say like that bed right there looks really good for me for a summer vacation. Like because it's not that doesn't work for me. Right? Being around lack, being around scarcity minded people doesn't work for me. It drives me insane. I'm like, I gotta get out of this room. I start getting antsy. Like, so understand what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Number five, this one's really important, is a lot of people use the excuse or there's barriers behind it. But I say, what type of training or coaching do you need? What type of training or coaching do you need? So I'm crazy in the head. All right. I am a lunatic. I'm wired differently. So I've been very, very cognitive of my physical health. And so I've hired a peptide coach. Some of you might have heard me. Jay was the one. Jay, you're the one that got me into this, man. I'm a psycho on it. So I have a peptide coach that has been helping me with my health and I guess my health. Well, I was waiting for the on the airplane, Fran, and I was just like, I wonder how many peptides there really are. I don't really know enough about it, so I started to study it a little bit. There's like over 7,000 peptides. And then I wanted to know like what type of peptides will help me with this and help me with this. So I went on the deep end on all these peptides. I called my coach, Kyle, listen, man, I just was studying all this. I was learning all this. I was trying to get this. I think I'm ready for this. I need more of this. He's like, bro, you're 3 weeks in, man. You're talking about like phase three. Like, let's get you through phase one. See, sometimes God puts people in our life, coaches, mentors, because if you do the wrong process, the right blessing that God has lined up for you might not take place. I say many times that if we give the keys to if I gave the keys to Bryce, who's 7 years old, okay, he knows where the grocery store is. He knows how to use my debit card. He knows my PIN number. He understands the car. He knows where the bread is in the store. If I asked him to go he knows all that stuff. But if I gave him the keys on his own to go to the store, that blessing is given too soon. It's the same thing with us. Mentors and coaches are to help us and aid us to be able to guide us through this journey, whatever it might be, because I'm wanting to be on phase three, but I'm still on phase one. You have to go through the process and the progress before you can get to the blessing. That's why you have to be broken before the blessing. That's why the trials and the tests and the tribulations take place before the testimonial. It's all part of the process and the plan. Jim Rohn says it many times that it's not the millionaire of the status and the title that you have, it is the process of the person you're becoming to become that millionaire. Am I speaking to somebody? Put a 5 in the chat if I'm talking to somebody right now that is resonating with this, that sometimes we are just so far ahead in chapter 10, right, Chad? That we're still on chapter 4 and we're going through and I have all these things and then we get ourselves in a freaking mindset mess and then we're just like, and then we don't have a plan in place. And so then we go to victimhood and we go to like, oh, I can't do this and woe is me. I'm just going to go sit here. And it's like, oh, God is there. Oh, but I need you to do this. I want you today, write this down. Decide you're going to do something about it. Don't give me some BS when we end this thing here in Central Time at 7:46, Eastern Time at 8:46, and West Coast peeps in Alaska at 4:46. Then we just go on our day. And then what we'll do is we'll bitch, whine, and moan that we haven't gotten to where we want. We're not above average. We're still living the small life that God is not intending us to live, but we'll do that because we don't make a decision to do something about it. I want you to become the number one active force in your life. I want you to become the number one active force in your life. Here's the thing, though. Can you imagine if I told my mom that I wasn't feeling good? I had a sore throat, Mom. You know what she'd say to me? And some of you might have said it on you. Brock. I don't even know if I could do her voice in my throat. Brock, you need a to rest. You need to relax. You need to take some medicine. You need to sit down and lay down and just take it easy. Maybe you shouldn't do today. Maybe you should just lay down. And is there anything, like, is there a doctor? Maybe call the front desk. Maybe they have something for it. She would give me like this whole comfort situation, right? That's how my mom speaks. She's French. But I get to make a decision. Tomorrow, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be mom mode, yes. Because what I do is I'm a very big advocate. And I don't know if this person's on here, but I hope she is because I want her to lean into this. And for those of you that need to hear this, lean in. I said it earlier. It is the person that looks in the mirror, not the window, that will expedite their process of growth. Because when we look out the window, we blame it on everything else around us. The website, the person that I'm working, the person I need to hire, the website that you don't understand, Brock, that my client. No. It is the person in the mirror that activates your number one force inside of you. You get to make decisions today. You get to make choices today. You get to decide whether you're going to scroll on your phone or pick up the phone. You get to decide if you're going to look at Temu, if you're going to look at Facebook, if you're going to look at some freaking, I don't know, the presidential State of the Union address and like get all fired up into that and get like you can't control any of that shit. You can't do anything. The only person you can control is the person in the mirror, and whether or not you decide to take action on your life to do your hard and have a plan on it. Nobody else. And get in the right rooms, get in the right environment. So if you got something out of today, y'all, put a 5 in the chat, put a 5 in the chat. If you got something out of today in some capacity, in some way, that you struck something, it was kind of like, damn, he's talking to me right now. He was just in my head because whatever message that God just put, he circulates it through me. I got this while I was on the treadmill today, and it was just like, somebody needs to hear this, Brock, today, to help somebody else who's stagnant, who's trying to figure something out, who's trying to do their next thing, who's tired of playing small and who's above average. Okay. I got 1 minute. Anybody want to come off of mute? I never usually have this because I keep running my mouth all the time. Anybody got something like to share, something that struck to them today?
Hey, Coach Brock. Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning, everybody. Last year, towards the end of the year, you taught on and you spoke so much about environment. In fact, prior to that, I think it even started in July. So from July until the end of the year, I had some major environmental changes that I needed to make. But that loyalty that I've always had, everything, I was so scared to detach that I would lose. And I want to let you know, Coach Brock, that those environmental changes that I did make the first of this year in multiple areas has completely changed every single thing that I need. And I want to thank you for that, Coach Brock. You are a life shifter. I've told you from the beginning. Thank you. Thank you for continuing to do. It might seem mundane, repeated, but trust me, trust me, it might take somebody like me to hear that repeated enough to know that you can do this. I'm 42 and I made a choice based on this room to disconnect from an environment that was unsafe for me. And I couldn't. I was stuck in it. And you can't go any
you're
higher
not
than who
stuck
you're
in it
around.
because you did it. Because
I
you
did
you
it.
thought you were stuck.
Yes.
And that's the thing. It's not too late. You're not stuck in
Nope.
it. And for anybody else who says they're stuck in it,
That's
freaking
right.
stop it. You're not stuck in it.
No, you're
Good
not.
job, Bethany.
Thank you, Coach Brock.
Thank you very much for that testimony. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Anybody else have anything they'd like to conclude with, or a story or anything else?
Coach
You're
Brock,
not a
I
tree.
agree with, good morning, I agree with Bethany. It's true, like doing that same mundane thing and you have done it and are the prime example of what, greatness looks like. And yeah, I can't thank you enough as well. And I'm sure everyone on here says the same thing. And what stood out to me was to become the number one active force in my life, not looking out the window, but looking in the mirror. That force you're talking about is God, looking within. And I remember Coach Derek used to say that all the time too. It's like sitting with yourself and going deep inside of you, that is not in all the things you mentioned. Timu, that was funny. um, because we can't get caught. I had to like delete that from my I had to delete that from my phone altogether. But I just want to thank you, yes, because that's what stuck with me, is becoming that force in my own life, and no one can change it except me. So thank you.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, Latrice. I appreciate you. Guys, that is all the time that we have today. I got to get ready to go. I got to go get some medicine. And I'm getting ready. This is my new updated version of Now Money. So for those of you that might have heard my previous Now Money coaching, I got a new one out here. I got 3 new things that I've added to it that I think is going to help so many real estate agents get now money, get literally business today, some strategies today. So I'm excited to be able to pour into the Alabama group that we got here today. For those of you that are interested and want to be part of my group coaching, we'll put the link in here. We got group coaching tomorrow. We'll be doing that at 10:15 Eastern time, 9:15 Central. So we still have that. So for those of you that are interested in that, I'll be teaching you and coaching you up on scripts and the right conversations to say to help you win more deals. So guys, I appreciate y'all. Tomorrow morning at, let's see, it's gonna be 4:15 in the morning for you, Colin. 4:15 in the morning. Colin will be here tomorrow morning, 8:15 Eastern, 4:15 on the Alaska coast. Guys, I appreciate y'all. God bless you. Thank you so much for being a part of us. And we'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 8:15. Till then, see ya.